My name is Jasminne and I've been at One Hope about 2.5 years. I came back to New Orleans after Katrina, and the work that I did put me in church often. I work in funeral service, so I spend a lot of time with a lot of ministers and priests, and nowhere felt like home. It always felt as though there was just something that was off. And so my trust in church was really jaded. And so we were looking, myself and a good friend decided that we would visit churches, and we were on this mission of sorts where every Sunday for about 1.5 years, we visited churches on the North Shore, churches in La Place. We went all over and happened upon One Hope, and it was the work of God, because the church that we were supposed to be visiting just wasn't open that day. And I remembered the signs that we had seen on the side of the interstate. And so we said, you know what, there's a church right down the street. Come on, we'll just go there and see what's going on. And to walk in and find the community that is One Hope, and to have the experiences that we had with the message and the praise team and just the fellowship and community, we knew we were home. When the pandemic hit, all of a sudden, we were all alone. And while I was still working and I still had the community of my job, the faith community was not the physical presence anymore. And so I then get these phone calls. Josh's dad actually called, and he's like, hey, I'm just calling to check on you. And he offered to pray with me, and he prayed for our family, and we prayed for the church. And then, of course, when Ida hit, and again, the church reached out. Carrie extended a hand of friendship and was just like, hey, just checking on you guys. It really was just a wonderful feeling to know that the community that we experienced on that very first day, and the warmth and the engagement and the encouragement continued from the very beginning and is still present today. So probably 5-6 days after the storm, we truly decided that we just needed to leave. So we packed up, we got on the road, and Carrie calls while we're on the road. Hey, how are you making out? I said, we're actually headed to Atlanta. She says, where are you staying? I said, we're still working through it. She says, I can take care of that. So the generosity of the church, just knowing that the resources that I had already seen well used within the time that we were physically present in church, you could then see how they were taking care of the members, and people who had served within the community were now being served by the church. The generosity of One Hope has impacted my life in that it has opened my eyes that my and others' prior church experience doesn't have to be what it was, but it's hopeful about what it can and will be in the future.